Good morning and assalamu alaikum everybody. I hope you all are fine and doing well today. My dear students, this is our third session. So welcome back to third math session by your teacher, Miss Rida. So in the last session, we were discussing chapter number 1 sets, and we have discussed disjoints and overlapping sets and union and intersection of sets. Okay, what we have discussed in disjoint, the sets having no element common, and overlapping means sets having some elements common. Okay, now what about union and intersection? Union means combining, and intersection of sets means finding the common between two sets. Okay, now today we are going to start with proper subsets and supersets. Okay, now first let me explain subsets and superset with the help of example. For example, if A contains 1, 2 and B contains 1, 2, 3. Okay, then here you can see that A contains the element which are also inside B. So you can say that A is a set which is a part of set B. A contains the elements which are the part of set B. Or you can say that A is a set which is a part of set B, or A is a subset of B. A is a subset of B. Okay. Now, here you can see that B contains 1, 2 and B contains one more element. So, A is a proper subset of B. When A contains the element which are the part of set B, and B contains at least one more element, then you can say that A is a proper subset of B. Okay. Now, which symbol is used for proper subset? Here you can see that this symbol is used for the proper subset. How can you read it? A is a proper subset of B. Okay. If A is a proper subset of B, then B is a proper superset of A. Now, symbolically, how can we write that? We can write like this. This symbol is used for proper supersets. How can you read it? B is a proper superset of A. Okay? B is a proper superset of A. Now, let's come on the definition of proper subset. Set A is a proper subset of set B if every element of A is also an element of B, but B has at least one element which is not an element of A. Here you can see that B contains one element which is not the element of set A. That means A is a proper subset of B, and B is a proper superset of A. Okay? Here, the point which is to be remembered by you, the main point is the null set is a proper subset of every set. Whenever you are finding the subset, remember one thing, that null set is a proper subset of every set. Now next is improper subset and superset. Now again, let's consider an example first. If A contains the element 1, 3, 2 and B contains the element 1, 2 and 3, then A is the improper subset of B. कैसे? यहाँ देखें. For example, if A contains the elements 1, 3, 2, okay, and B also contains the same elements. Here you can see that elements are same, but the arrangement is different. Elements are same, but the arrangement is different. Ahmed, are you listening to me? Now listen to me properly. Here you can see that elements are same, but arrangement is different. Then you can say that A is the improper subset of B. Okay? Now the symbol which is used for improper subset is this. That means you have to make a symbol of subset, and when you write this line, this shows you the equality. That means this sign is for improper subset. When you make this symbol is for improper subset. Okay, that means A is the improper subset of B, and if A is an improper subset, then B is the improper superset of A. Okay, now let's discuss its definition. Set A is the improper subset of B if every element of set A is an element of B, and every element of set B is an element of set A. Then we can say that set A is the improper subset of B, and set B is the improper superset of set A. Okay? What is the difference between proper and improper? In proper, when we were discussing proper subset, then A contains one element lesser. Here you can see that A contains 1, 2 and B contains 1, 2, 3. Okay? Then A is a proper subset. But if the elements are same, then it is called improper subsets. Clear? Okay. Now let's come on equal subsets. Now from the name, it is clear that when two sets having same element, here you can see that A and B contains the same element, but the arrangement is different. Then we can say that A is equal to B. That means A set is equal to B. How can we describe it? How can we describe equal set? Set A and B are equal set only if each element of A belongs to set B and each element of B belongs to set A. Then A set is equal to set B. Clear? Now here you can say that A and B are the two names of same set. Am I right? You can see that A contains and B contains same elements. That means A and B are the two names of the same set. Okay. Now here you can compare these two sets. Is there any difference between improper subsets and equal set? Can you see the difference? No, there isn't any difference. Here you can see that same elements are there, and here same elements there. That means equal sets and improper sets are same. Okay? Clear? Now, one important point to be remembered is every set is an improper subset of itself. Okay? Every set is an improper set of itself. For example, A is a set that contains 1, 3, 2. That means A is itself is an improper subset of itself. Okay? Now, let's discuss power sets. Power set is a set of all possible subsets of set. Power set is a set of all the possible subset of a set. Now, the formula for finding the possible number of subset. Here you can see that possible subset written. Okay, a power set is a set of all the possible subset of a set. First, we have to find that how many possible subsets we have to form. The formula for finding the possible subset, that means the number of subset, is equals to n is here is equals to n PA. PA means power set of A. Here A is representing a set. If your set is B with the notation, you can write PB. Okay. Now, here the formula is NPA is equal to 2n. The formula is 2 raised to the power n. Now, what is n over here? N is in the power. What is n? N is the number of elements of in the set. Okay. N is the number of elements. That how many elements are there in the set. Now, let me explain power sets with the help of example. Example number 1. Write all the power sets and subset of B. Okay, now how can we find the power set? Here you can see that a set, for example, A, let's consider it name as A. It contains only one element that is B. Okay, one element is there. How many number of element? 1. Okay, so the number of subsets formula was number of subset is equals to NPA is equal to 2 raised to the power n. This is a formula. Okay, this is a formula where n means number of elements. Here you can see that number of element is only 1. Therefore, n is equals to 1. N is equals to 1. Why? Because number of elements is only 1. Therefore, the formula we have to put n is equals to 1 over here. Where we have to put n is equals to 1 over here. What we get? NPA is equal to 2 raised to the power 1. Why 1? Because here n is equals to 1. And n is in the power. Okay. So 2 raised to the power 1 means 2 ones are 2. That means the number of subsets will be 2. How many subsets will be there? How many subsets will be there, students? 2 subsets must be there. If you have to find the subsets and power sets, how many subsets will be there? 2 subsets will be there. Okay. From the formula, we get the number of subsets will be 2. Now, how can we find the power sets and subsets? Okay. Now, I told you in proper sets and improper subset that null set, what I told you? What I told you that null set is a proper subset of every set. Null set is a proper subset of every set. That means in every question, whenever we are finding the power sets and subset, the first subset must be a null set. Okay, the first subset must be a null set. Whenever you are finding the power sets or subset, the first subset will be a null set. Why? Because null set is a proper subset of every set. Note down these 2 points are very important. That null set is a proper subset of every set. That means first subset will be a null set. Okay. Now, comma. The next subset. Here you can see that we have to find 2 subsets. First subset is null set. What about the second subset? Here you can see that every set is the improper subset of itself. That means B here you can see that a set contains the element B. Okay, that means every set is an improper subset of itself. That means the second subset will be B. You have to copy down the element which is given in the question over here. Okay, and the curly brackets close. Why we are writing the power sets in the curly bracket? Why? Because from the definition, what I say that power set is a set of all the possible subsets of a set. Power set is a set of. Set means you have to make the curly bracket, and possible subset, how can we find the possible subset? By this process. We can find the possible subsets by this process. Okay, by this process we find that the number of subsets will be 2. Okay, first you have to make the curly brackets. Now you have to find that how many number of subsets we have to find. We get 2. How 2? Because n is equals to 1. 2 ones are 2. That means 2 subsets will be there. 2 subsets. Now how can we find 2 subsets? We know that first set will be null and second will be the original set, which is original element which is given to you. Curly bracket close. Okay. In this way we can find the power set of A. PA means power set of A. Now we also have to find subsets of set A. Okay. How can we find subsets? What is the difference between power and subset? Very simple. When we remove these curly brackets, we get the subset. For example, you have find the power set here. When we remove this curly bracket, we find the subset of A. That's it. What is the difference? The difference is of the curly bracket. When you make the curly bracket over here, that will become the power set. And when you remove the curly bracket, you get the subset of set A. Okay, now let's consider some more examples to make your concept clear. Okay. Example number 2. Write all the power sets and subset of Muhidur Rahman. Stop your video. Write all the power set and subset of 1, 2. Now here you can see that students, here elements are 2. How many elements are there? How many elements are there, students? 2. Number of elements are 2. Abdullah Shahid, I am explaining right now. Okay. Now, here the power set, we have to find the power sets and subset of 1 and 2. Okay. That means, for example, name this set as A again. You can name as B, C also. Here, I have given the name again A. Okay. Now, here you have to find the power set of this set and subset. First, let's find the power set. The formula is number of subsets is equals to NPA. Note down this formula quickly. NPA is equal to 2 raised to the power n, where n is the number of elements. Okay. How many elements are there? 1, 2. 2 elements, where n is equals to 2. That means here you can replace n with 2. Why? Because number of elements are 2. So here you get 2 raised to the power 2. 2 raised to the power means 2 multiplied with 2, that is equals to 4. That means here we have to make 4 subsets. How many subsets we need in the power set? 4. Now, how can we find the subsets for the power set? First, you have to apply the curly bracket. Don't forget to apply the curly bracket, otherwise it will be wrong, because power set is a set. And if it is a set, you have to make the curly brackets. Now, here you can see that null set is a proper subset of every set. That means first set will be a null set. And the last will be, from this second point, you can see that the last set will be 1 and 2. Okay, now make the curly bracket over here. Okay, you can make the curly bracket over here. First set is, what is the first set? First set is the null set. Last set is the same set which is given to you. Now in the center, two subsets are left. Therefore, the second will be 1 and the third will be 2. For example, if here AB is given, then your answer will be null A, B, AB. Okay? Curly bracket close. Now, how can you find the subsets of set A? So simple. By removal of this curly brackets, you get the subsets. By removal of this curly bracket, you get the subsets for set A. In the same way, we can also find the subsets of this set. Here you can see that elements are 3. The number of elements are 3. Therefore, n is equals to 3. And you have to put here n is equals to 3. We get 2 raised to the power 3. Here, the point which is to be noted that 2 power 3. What is the meaning of 2 power 3? 2 power 3 means 2 multiplying 3 times. Okay, 2 is multiplying 3 times. That is 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. Okay, 2 is multiplying 3 times. 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8. Now here we have to make how many subsets? We have to make 8 subsets. As we know that null set is a proper subset of every set. That means first subset will be a null set and first subset will be the null set and the last will be 1, 2 and 3. First is the null set and the last will be 1, 2, 3. Now in between these subsets, we want 6 more subsets. So how can we form 6 more subsets? First 1, then 2, then 3. For example, here ABC is written. So we can write A, comma B, comma C. And we have to put it in the curly bracket. Keep remember this. Okay, because these are the subsets. 1, 2, 3. Now the 3 sets are left. Now here you can form like this. 1, 2, 1, 3 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 3 and 2, 3. Okay. How can we form the subsets? Like 1, 2, 2, 3 and 1, 3. 1, 2, 2, 3 and 1, 3. Got it? In this way, we can find the power set. Now again, subset, what is the difference? Subsets, remove the curly bracket and you get the subset. Okay. Now, let me tell you again that if number of element is 1, we get, if the number of element is 1, we get 2 subsets. If the number of element is 2, we get 4 subsets. And if the number of elements are 3, we get 8 subsets for the power sets. Let's discuss universal set. It is a set consists of all the elements under discussion. It is denoted by capital U. Okay. For example, if U contains 1, 2, 3, 4 and A contains 1, 2 and B contains 2, 4. Here you can see that A and B are the subsets of A. So you can write like this. U is a universal set because A is a subset of U. A is a part of universal set and B is a part of universal set. Part means A is a subset, proper subset. Okay, A is a proper subset of universal set and B is the proper subset of universal set. If the given sets are the subset of universal set, then we can describe it like this, that universal set is a set consists of all the elements under discussion. Now, let's discuss the difference of two sets. If A and B are any two sets, then the difference means finding A minus B. Then the difference A minus B is a set of elements which belongs to set A but do not belongs to B. Okay. For example, if A contains elements 1, 2, 3, 5 and B contains the element 1, 2, 4, then you have to find A minus B or B minus A. Now, for finding the difference, I always want you to remember this rule. There are two rules for finding the difference of two sets. Number one, cut the common elements. Number two, write the remaining elements of set 1. Note down these two rules. Rule number 1 is cut the common element. Number 2 is write the remaining elements of set 1. Now, let's come on the question. Keep remember these two rules and let's discuss the question. A minus B. A minus B means that you have to subtract set B from set A. You have to subtract set B from set A. Am I right? Now, first you have to copy down the elements of set A, then elements of set B. A minus B. Read with me. A minus B. Now, step number 1 is cut the common. Just cut the common. Common means same elements. 1, 1. Here 2 and here 2. Now, is there any more common element? Look at the question carefully. Is there any more common element? No. Okay. We have done with the first rule. Okay. Now, second rule is write the remaining element of set 1. Please remember this line. Set 1. Set 1 means here set number 1 is A. That means it is written first. Write the remaining elements of set 1. The remaining elements are only 3 and 5. Therefore, the answer is 3 and 5. Okay. Now, B minus A. First, copy down the set B minus copy down the elements of set A. Now, rule number 1 is cut the common. Now, cut the common 1, 2. Is there any more common element? No. So, write the remaining elements of set 1. Now, in this question, set 1 is B. Set number 1 is B. So, the answer will be B only. Okay? Answer will be B only. Why? Because we have to write the remaining elements of set 1. Note down these two rules. Just cut the common and write the remaining elements of set 1. Okay. Now, let's discuss the difference of two sets with Venn diagrams. Okay. Difference of two sets. Here you have to find the difference of two sets with the Venn diagrams. Here you know that difference means finding the difference between two sets. When we are subtracting one set from another set, that is called finding the difference. Now here you have to find the difference of two sets with the Venn diagrams. Now in this topic we are going to discuss the difference of two overlapping, the difference of two disjoint, and the difference of two sets when the one set is a subset of the other. Okay. Now, here we are going to start with the difference of two overlapping sets. In my previous lecture, I told you about the overlapping sets. What are overlapping sets? The sets having some elements common are called overlapping sets. The sets having some elements common are called overlapping sets, and the sets having no element common are called disjoint sets. And when one set is a part of another set, that means one set is a subset of the other. Okay? Understood, everybody? Now, my dear students, we are running out of time. Okay? I'm going to continue it just after 2 minutes. Be there with me. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back within 2 minutes. All right?